Hey everybody, this is part 2 of my legacy. If you've seen part 1, video 1, then you know this is Craig Schaber, aka Mike Spinner. Part 2, maybe a little bit more about me. Always said that I was never a classy person, I mean, I've got class, it's just not so much that I'm not a classy person, it's just I don't know, I'm not a dress-up person. I'm not a person that dresses up. I'm not a person that likes to dress fancy or get fancy clothes and stuff. I wanted to say one thing that's on my mind, that's something that's my opinion, just what I think about is that, how can you, how do I want to say this? It never ever really made sense to me of how you can take and say, you don't like someone if you don't know that person. I mean, I might say that I like you, I'd like to talk to you, whatever. I might come up and I might ask you out. Well, why is it that you say no when I ask you out? Well, I mean, there's so many of them today that have so many standards, they have to a lot of women and a lot of guys think that the person that they want to be with, they have to be good looking, they have to have, muscles, they have to have money, they have to, they have to be intelligent. Well, let me tell you something. I ain't got muscles, don't have the money, not gonna say that I'm not good looking. I mean, I'm not ugly, but I'm not like like Tom Selleck or Brad Pitt or Tom Cruise or anybody like that, but I can still love you just as much. But why do you say no? Because you got your standards set too high. My thing is, look at life like this. Do you, most of the time, and you might not agree with me, but this is just my, my saying here. A lot of the guys that are these good-looking guys, most of them are fucking assholes. And, you might agree, you might not agree, but that's the way I look at it. Most of them are damn assholes. I would give any woman in this world the chance to be with me. But I quit asking them because I'm tired of the rejection. Every time I ask, I get rejected. So, I'm done. I mean, I'm happy with my life. I like my life. It's not that I'm depressed. It's not that I'm sad. It's just that the only thing I want from life is that special someone. That one to be there. That'll really love me and care about me and be there through thick and thin. If I'm down and out, I'm depressed, or if if I'm hurting, I'm sick, whatever. That's what I'm saying I want from life, that special one to be there, If something major happens in my life, whether if it be good or bad, I want them to be there. I want them to love me for me. Not be a player, not be a scandalous hoe, but I want them to be there for me, to love me and only me. Well, my kids and my family, you know what I mean, to be there for me. While they're talking to me, I don't expect them to be on the phone with 4, 5, 6, 10 other guys. Yes, I mean, I understand you're going to have friends. I'm not saying you can't have other guy friends. It's just that when you're with me, you're with me. That's the way I look at it. When I'm with you, I'm with you, and nobody else. So, that's just I don't understand the philosophy of a guy or a woman going around, I've been with this one, I've been with that one. Well, I look at it like this. Most of the time, if you're bragging about that you're getting this and you're getting that and you've been with this one and you've been with that one, normally, most of the time, you ain't had shit. You ain't been with shit. And if you've got to brag about yourself to make people think that people's going to like you, then you've got a problem, my friend, because be yourself. Don't try to be somebody you're not, you know. Don't go around bragging, well, I've been with this one, I've been with that one, you know, and all this. Because, you know, because people don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear you bragging on yourself or about yourself. So, you know, it's just, I don't know. It's just, it's bullcrap. You know, it's just be yourself. You know, that's me. That's like me. I'm myself. I'm being myself. I mean, you know, it's just, I just don't understand what it is with females these days that I try to talk to them, you know, I find one I'm interested in, I talk to them, but yet they don't want to be with me, you know, and it's like, okay, why? What did I say? What did I do? Well, they'll tell me I'm stupid, I'm not intelligent, I'm not good looking. Well, to me, that has nothing to do with anything, because looks are in the eye of the beholder. You're not gonna marry someone for their looks. You're not gonna marry someone because they're intelligent. You're not gonna marry someone because they have money. And if you do, you need to fucking sort out your priorities, because they're fucked up. It needs to be the person that's on the inside. That's what matters. You know, you're marrying them for who they are. You're with them for who they are. Not because they got a fancy job, not because they've got money, not because they, you know, they've got muscles, they're a big built guy, they're sexy, whatever. You're not marrying them for that reason. You're not with them for that reason. And if you are, your priorities are fucked up. People tell me, when I say that I'm screwed up, that I don't know what I'm talking about. Well, I do. Because let me tell you something. I'm going to get into the relationship thing now. So, you want to have a perfect relationship? I can tell you exactly how to do it. But, you know, you're going to sit and maybe think, well, there is no such thing as a perfect relationship. You know what? You're right, there's not. But, I will tell you this. It's only as perfect as you make it, okay? Let me go with this point first. When you're in a relationship with someone, the first biggest mistake that a lot of people make is, when they get in a relationship, they think they have to tell the other person everything about them. Everything they've done, everything they've been through, all their deepest and most darkest secrets. Well, let me tell you something. There's a thing called privacy. And you have that right to privacy. So, you don't have to tell them everything. Well, then you're going to sit there and think and say, okay, well, if they find out about it later, then they're going to say I lied. No, you didn't lie. You just didn't tell them. You don't have to tell them everything. Because why I say that's a no-no is because, here, let me tell you something. Think about this. Most of the time, if you tell them about a past boyfriend, a past girlfriend, or something you've done in your past that wasn't so good, you know, drugs, whatever it may be. Usually, when a couple gets into an argument, they usually take and they throw things up from your past in your face. So, that's not always a good thing to go in and tell the other person that you're with everything about you. But if they find out later that, okay, you never, let's say you did use drugs and maybe you never told them that, and they find out later on in life, and you're with them. Well, you lied to me. Why didn't you? It's not that you lied to them. You just didn't tell them because, for that simple fact, you have that right to privacy. You don't have to tell them everything.